Okay, it's Xavier at the back door, and we're going to keep going with this Hornbeam bonsai, well, potensai. Going to do some autumnal wiring, shaping, and just see if we can set it up for what we want to grow next year. Let's get rid of the rest of the leaves, which is very, very easy. And we've still got a bit of time to do this. This is going to be about, probably going to be some wiring. Give you a spin. I think I got this. Got itchy there. I think I got this on a can't remember. Might have been a garden. It was either a garden centre. Or it could actually. Could it have been a dig? I don't know. How would you know? Just thought I'd do an update on this one. Again, this one was came out of the washing up pot in March time, and potentially around about now you're going to see the repot that was done of it. And just working on one of the other ones. Again, you're seeing this one. A lot of wiring was done, so I'll have to watch that when the buds start to come out. Yeah, that looks like that's got a really good strong root growth there, so I'll trim that up and find out if we can get that into a pot. Just had it cleared out, and yeah, in just 2 years that was just a couple of straggling big heavy roots that have been pulled out of the ground, and now I've got a good strong radial root, goes all the way around. All I will do is just continue to tease out until I've got it to the shape I want for the pot. I will cut out some heavy roots there. I'll cut them back to some of the stuff that's underneath, and the aim is to get it into one of the smaller rectangular training pots. It took me quite a number of years to finally get the confidence to actually take things right back. It's amazing just how few roots these trees need. All the energy now, as the spring comes, is going up through the structure and out towards the tips. So a lot of the energy is there, and what you want is just enough root to support the potential bud mass, and then let this thing bloom. I won't prune it in the spring. I'll just let it accumulate more energy. And again, a lot more raking out. If you look from above, and all I will do now is probably reduce their length by about a half, and just get rid of the obvious ones. But I haven't got the camera work set up so that I can show that, but I'll show you the after. And so what did I end up with in the end? Just that, and that should fit nicely into that. So it's not at the right potting angle, but at the moment, with me being limited on pots, and I know it's going to get potted into a nicer one in a couple of years' time, so this is more about just getting it re-established and continuing to grow the roots. This is it now, potted up. I'm not sure how well you can see it with that background. As I say, when the buds come out, you should get a much better view of it. But this one's got a beautiful spread, lots of wiring out. I'll be cutting out or cutting back a lot of the wire anyway. But I was just trying to play with different shapes in the branch structure. Very happy with how it's grown. I like the way the trunk formation is. All I'm going to do. Yeah, so hopefully the repot didn't bore you too much, and you got something out of that. If anything, it puts stuff in your head for next February, the things you need to be doing. So anyway, so we'll go back to this lovely little hornbeam. Let's see what we're going to do with it. Nice structure going here. I'm not going to prune anything there, to be honest. This will probably get wired. Well, they're just I could wire them now, but they're so fragile, these branches, that it won't hurt me to wait. Create a nice pad like that, maybe. The only thing I'd say about that branch is it's coming out from the same point as this one is, almost at 100, probably about 170, 160 degrees, so it's really odd. Chances are I'm going to lose one of them. I'm probably going to be that one, but I don't need to worry about that. Actually, it's actually more likely to be the front. No. It's probably going to be that one that goes, just because of the way the branch goes. So we come back to this. You know the rules. Yeah, and the issue you have with all these is there's such a long gap, presumably at the end of your branch, but there's nothing growing, and that's what I want. So I want some of these buds that are further back to back to back. And the way I tend to do it is, rather than cutting to them now, I could try cutting to them, but I still want strength into this. So what I'll do is I'll wait until the winter, late autumn, winter, when the leaves have all dropped. And then I'll go back and do what I call my bud selection. I do it with the maples, and I do it with a lot of the deciduous. I can literally go back to the buds that I want, and I'll do the chopping then. Again, there's so much wiring. This is, a great big long branch, but the other way to think about a branch is it has not there. But what you do is if you put in a little bit of movement, like an S, do that, then you can reduce the length by a half and actually create a pad up here, which I may do actually. Again, just a bit too flimsy for me to be happy to work on with wire, so just some tips on the end here. Going to remove, not a lot to be honest. This one, got 1, 2, so I'll probably just take it back. That's a pain branch, but that's going to get wired, I think. Got anything opposite it? As I say, I keep saying it's better to be careful. This is its first year out of its container, so I'm not doing major stuff on it, just pulling back on growth that's just gone a bit too far. If I can see some obvious wins, I'll take them. By that I mean I'll reduce right back to some growing stubs. What I'm doing here, I'm going back to the lovely situation here. Branch coming down lower. There's another branch there, so that means we can lose this. This going up into the tree, that I don't want. It's just wasting energy. It's unwireable. There's also a branch here. This one, too far back for me to do anything with. Probably the main one there, so I'll just this one here, which will be wired, no doubt about it. I am tempted to wire some of these, but no. And just looking, that one's going up, but I could just wire this one round. Break that, so that's something I'll do. And then I'm just taking growing tips here. Okay, so that was pretty rough and ready, I know, and with a lot of these it's quick and fast because I've got a lot to do, but I'm so happy with this, the way it's taken, that you know, I'm really confident that there's the basis of something really special in this. So probably the front is going to be that way. There's some healing to do on these scars. A little spider there, you're going to eat me. Yeah, got some nice branches coming out here. Going out quite a long way, in fact. Let's bring it back. There we go. So, yeah, there'll be some wiring I'll do. Interesting structure there. Okay. Probably it's too high up here. I've got that there, so I can actually do that. Get away with that. Still too high, I imagine. Maybe that actually comes off there. Don't know. Stops here. See what happens. Let's see what happens and develops there. Yeah, let's take it round. Continue to spin it. Yeah. Really like this. This way. Let's get that. Okay. Hopefully you're going to get an idea now of the potential and how easy it is to just deal with a lot of these very, very common trees that we have in this country. Hornbeam, you know, go down to the local garden centre, buy in clumps of 10 to 3-year-old saplings. Yeah, I know it seems a long time. Plant them up in a little nursery bed for another couple of years. You can do your pruning while they're in the bed if you want to thicken them up, or put them straight into pots. Entirely up to you, but you can get great results and you can do quite a lot with them as well. So, I mean, obviously you can see what I'm trying to set up on it. Yeah, so let's get this wired out. I really quite like what I've got. It's just reducing now and try and make myself look at the key points on this one, which is just the things that so many of us struggle with. Is if you like your basic trunk shape, now you want to think about your taper. How are you going to make it look natural? And sometimes it means you have to make some bold decisions, like removing that, or because if you look there, the thickness of that remains pretty same all the way up. It's the same with this. It's the same all the way up. And in some cases you can't do very much about that, but I'm going to have a look, see if I can do anything about it, and then get some wire on, and then we'll come back and do some bending and shaping. Okay, so first decision I'm going to make is I've looked at this. I've got 2 points I could cut. I could either take this one off, use this, although it's quite stiff, or I could actually take it off here and look at wiring that up so our trunk goes that way, and then with this one just do it in 2 stages. So the next usable piece is actually here, so perhaps cut this off, or this off more likely. Sometimes we'll get something come up here, or do I leave it? So I could remove there, remove there. I'm looking at it from this side. Yeah, can have a little look. That's the sort of decision I'm looking to make. I've done neither, but I've done a sort of mixy. I've cut everything right back. I like the shape, but I'm not convinced. So what I have done is I've wired up these ones, and I think I can do some manipulation on this. So what I'm going to do is manipulate these into place with the view that I can actually remove the rest of it if it takes on well. So the aim is to Okay, that up there. Okay. So now we get this shape going up there, coming down, and we've got the new one there, so I could actually have this tree going from there, up there, up there. I just want to get these down and see what grows from there. So that's interesting. And then bear in mind there's nothing on that side, which is why I could either have this coming down or actually there's no flexibility in that. I could definitely lose this. Anyway, I do small bits at a stage, so okay. I know that looks a mess. Nothing there. You know what? Whatever's going to happen with this, I've committed to that decision already. Let's just take this down a bit further. So if we got rid of all that tree, just imagine. What if that's gone? Do a layer. I might do a little layer there next year. That's right. You can see that going, and I'm just going to completely rebuild from here. And I really haven't got a total idea how to do it, but I've started. This is one of those projects where I've got something in my mind, but it all depends how all this works out. Well, I didn't think I was going to do that today. Now the problem I've got is this is almost 90 degrees, so I can't do anything to make it come up without looking unnatural. So the only thing I can do, so I've got that coming down, is to mirror that. Let's perhaps bring that down actually. Okay, I've loosely put some wire onto this, just to see if I can try and mirror that bend. Okay, so we've got that going down, that down. We're going to have this here. I'm going to air layer, that's going to be gone. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. So imagine yeah, anyway, it's unusual. So from Xavier, by the back door, making a mess of one of his hornbeams. Happy bonsaiing. Cheers.